bags?
Because I'm giving corporate sponsorships, that's why.
Who else can flex pretty well is Denti, a flexible player in that he's playing Pokemon Trainer. It's 3 characters in one, so he has to be able to adjust the game plan on the fly sometimes. Starting off with Squirtle, a quick combo-oriented character who's in your face and also low profile makes it really difficult to deal with his movement.
Now, Joker is not short on abilities to deal with that low profile. Of course, that dash attack comes to mind as one of the better ones in the game, but with that quick damage output from Squirtle comes an early Arsene for Karna as well.
That's interesting. Joker does have a lot of powerful tools, and he can deal with the speed, but low profiles are actually one of his biggest weaknesses. That's why we see Pikachu, one of the reasons why we see Pikachu being one of his hardest matchups in addition. But Squirtle, the big thing about Pokemon trainers, you can't stay Squirtle forever because he's so light.
You saw if Denti stayed Squirtle there, his life would have been in mortal peril, but right now, all of this base-boosted action coming up from Karna. He's barely able to live that Flare Blitz.
Got one base-boosted back air before the Flare Blitz took all of the Arsene out of him. And that fly is going to catch any empty movement Karna was doing around that shield. Denti taking the first stock, but that deep back air is going to take one right back, and this is even game. Squirtle's back out to play to put on the early damage.
Now, something that Karna is unafraid to do is ledge guard. We've known that since Smash 4, especially when he played Lucina back then. And even in this game, he will go deep off stage, and not to mention his ledge trapping game, but all of that comes after the combo game, which Karna just did an amazing job of showing off.
Oh yeah, he's stuck at the ledge. Great coverage by Denti to push him coast to coast. But right now, Arsene is out to play, so Denti wants to back off a little bit, maybe even find an opportunity to swap over to the Ivysaur so he doesn't drop to a back air all the way out here.
Certainly almost happened right there. Like I said, Karna will go off stage to do that sort of thing.
Yeah, but great drift from Denti. He was able to avoid it. The forward tilt catches Denti jumping.
Perfect timing there from Denti. He called out when Karna would use those Wings of Rebellion to come back, but now he's just trying to time out that Arsene. And once again, by the way, if y'all like watching Charizards just do Flare Blitzes, you'll like Denti.
Denti is the person to watch. Using that Rebel's Guard, a counter-esque move that he's able to gain a little bit more meter on that Arsene with. So Denti, Karna's halfway to another Arsene. That fly is a big commitment. No, the up smash doesn't scoop. Doesn't have the big hitbox like that.
No, certainly not in that base form either. Not without Arsene, man. But now, once again, we're back to that ledge trapping zone, and Karna uses the gun to shoot him off, and he Rebels guards the Flare Blitz.
Gets the counter, so he gets a full Arsene meter. That means the up tilt is going to kill that Charizard as soon as he rolls up on the ledge.
That was amazing ingenuity right there from Karna, where if he tries to recover, he is most certainly dead, but that just gets Denti back off the stage, done the stock, and almost gets one gone there, but he gets the reversal after Karna goes too deep.
Yeah, Karna wanted it all in that one moment, and Denti made him pay for his greed. An avaricious play from Karna is going to step him back to an even footing.
Now both of these guys are on the last stock, but it's Karna out to that early lead, and that is exactly what Joker wants to have, because by the time he takes some damage, like we're seeing Denti put on right now, man, he's going to get that Arsene, and Denti's really got to put the pedal to the metal once the blue man comes out.
Oh yeah, you see that meter is about 90% full. Maybe one good aerial is going to put him in that vein.
We might see him going to the Ivysaur. I mean, obviously switching off because that Squirtle is at that high percent, and Denti with that forward tilt that was supposed to be a back air off that platform going to put him in mortal peril, and that auto parry from Karna.
Yeah, got to be able to get a little baby punish, using the bullet to kind of disincentivize the Vine Whip to escape to the ledge. Denti now using that Charizard with maximum vitality, but Arsene is here.
And now, I mean, Denti's not even at a point where he can play around the Arsene. He's got to go straight for the jugular, but it won't work out. Karna using those guns, the down guns, to mix up that landing and pull out that back air immediately to give everybody in this movie theater tinnitus.
Oh my god. Yeah, whenever those down guns are used from that high up, you can actually just end them really quickly. There's not a lot of lag, and it has a lot of pressure on shields, so that back air is usually something you have to respect afterwards. But it becomes a mix-up. Is he going to empty land and then try to go for a grab, or just try to escape? So sometimes you feel pressure to push a button in those situations. And that's where the back air comes and snags you.
And it can be hard because Charizard has some really good anti-airs, but not all of them are super fast. And, you know, obviously challenging those guns is next to impossible with any grounded move unless you're like Simon Belmont. Maybe the up smash hits him before the guns do.
Yeah, a terrifying prospect regardless.
Yeah. Even then, you just go, oh, this is a move that I've got to respect. You remember trying to respect that Cloud down air in Smash 4? This is much the same thing, except it's even harder because it's not necessarily attached to Joker.
Right, and he actually sprays those bullets at a bit of a diagonal angle as well as straight down, so you have to be pretty wide of the bullets to be able to find that punish.
Yeah. come in from the side, as everybody's been saying since day one, but much easier said than done.
Absolutely. Joker also, we said that about Cloud initially, and that's very true, but about Joker, you cannot discount how well he's able to drift with that hitbox. Even if you're trying to back up to avoid it and you do end up not getting in the way of the bullets, you have to give up a lot of stage control in order to try to attempt to punish.
Well, Game 2 is going back to Pokemon Stadium 2. Denti must have some adjustments in mind, and I think that, honestly, the adjustments that he might want to make lie in switching up the Pokemon usage. I think that he might want to look a little bit more towards the Ivysaur more heavily. He was doing a great job at taking down Karna stocks and building up damage with the Grass type. I'll have to see him go to that already now because Karna's initial damage is insane.
Catches DI out on the forward air, too. He almost got a really early stock with that. Still applying so much pressure, and this, we talked about Karna's edge guarding, but his ledge trapping, I think, is one of his greatest qualities as a player.
I mean, that's what I talk about all the time, is that he almost never drops one. But speaking of getting dropped, Denti's going to put him into that bottom blast zone.
At
what a reversal.
5%?
That's normally the Arsene Joker.
Yeah,
but Denti said, nah, you.
That's actually crazy. Now falling forward air into the back air, not even Arsene base boosted, taking out the stock from the Charizard. Now it's even footing, but gotta wonder who put in more work in that first stock.
I mean, honestly, you look at it and you say, well, I mean, Karna, obviously, but Denti with such great awareness, coming from him playing Smash for, 10 years at this point, you're going to have that kind of in-the-moment improv game that helps you pick up those early stocks like that. Now we see him still sticking with the Squirtle. He's definitely playing it based on his own percents rather than his opponent's based on which Pokemon he's picking.
Here we go. Finally, he gets the grab, catching Denti, fading him with the aerial. That pivot grab is so nice. Forces the Ivysaur out here at the ledge.
Nice. Denti's really picked up on the tempo that Karna likes to land in Tomahawk with his aerials. I think that forward air tilt was probably supposed to be a back air. We generally don't see Ivies go for that forward tilt too often, but Denti's definitely made some really good adjustments based on what he sees in Karna rather than himself after that game 1. I
really like the idea of swapping to Squirtle here to deal with Joker when he doesn't have Arsene out, because any of these glancing hits are not going to just make a Squirtle drop. When Arsene's not here, being able to use that low profile as a tool is really cool in the matchup.
And not only that, the combo game is also going to be a little diminished with how light he is. That falling forward air to back air just might not work on Squirtle at that percent.
Okay, back air does catch Denti, really low to the ground here, trying to catch, I don't know what kind of
Flare
option.
Blitz, I think.
Yeah, but from that low below the ledge?
I don't know,
I think he was trying to go for downward gun. That's what it was.
Oh, yeah, you know what? You're right. But he doesn't even need it. Once again, Karna has those Arseneless confirms to take 2 of 2 stocks in this game so far. Love the movement right there because he's playing reactively. He's waiting for Denti to make a choice.
And we see Arsene is 99% charged. Here comes Arsene.
100% now.
Oh, yeah.
Karna's full force.
Talking mob psycho levels of 100%. Is Denti ready to deal with the mob?
He's definitely getting mobbed on right now. 111% already. Low recovery is going to get sniped out by the guns a little bit, but does buy him stage control. We'll see what he can do with it. He gets the stock.
Falling forward air, not extra safe on shield when you have that fly covering the next option. But that back air is going to clean it up for Karna moving forward in the bracket, using that Joker really well.
2-0, man. And again, it's not even just that he was using the Arsene really well. I mean, the capitalizations he got with the Arsene did basically mean a stock every time we saw him.
But Arseneless Joker?
Arseneless Joker looks so good. That was one of the best Arseneless Jokers I have seen.
So
I've seen a lot of really good ones. I've seen Stroder, I've seen MKLeo, I've seen Nico's Joker. But Karna right now, it looks like all that experience. I know a lot of people were saying don't compare Joker to Sheik despite the way that they look similar with their moves, but I see a lot of Sheik in the way that he's playing that Joker.
The movement is definitely there. The movement is definitely there. I'll give him that.
Yeah. Looking really nice in neutral. Just the mix-up games are crazy, and Denti had a read on that. For the first stock or so, first or 1 or 2 stocks, in that game too. But then after that, Karna remixed it up, and Denti just was a little bit too slow on the adaptation.
Yeah. And we'll see. Of course, this all topic